everything should be on top. This is Love and Hip Hop, Season 6, Episode 2. I'm doing the review. Unfortunately, this is take two. This is my second time around for tonight. So I'm just going to dive into it, okay? I'm not going to even talk shit anymore. I just want to say thank you again for all my people who are subscribed to the Virtual View channel. If you're listening for the first time, just understand that you're not going to hear what you normally hear from the other broadcasters, okay? Understand that I'm not a fucking jock holder. I'm not gonna cupcake bitches. I'm not gonna fucking be sweating no niggas. I'm gonna keep it real as it can be, as if I'm talking to my girlfriend or my homeboy on the phone. That's it. All right. So if you're coming here to hear me, you know, like gas your fucking favorite celebrities, you're not gonna find that here. So you might as well click stop right now and go and find another channel. And I mean that in no disrespect. Because I mean, this is not what this is about. I'm giving my opinion of what I'm seeing on TV, okay, on these fake ass reality TV shows. To me, this is fake. And it's fake to a degree because if it wasn't for children being involved in these shows, I would really actually think that everything is fucking scripted. Because watching this shit, it really doesn't fucking make sense. I mean, anybody with fucking common sense and understand that there's gonna be some cursing too. So if you don't like cursing, you're gonna have to click stop right now and just move right along because I'm gonna be cursing every so often. I might be using languages and saying things that you don't really like to hear. All right. So I'm just gonna warn you right now that if you're sensitive, you got to move right along because right now I'm not into like making anybody feel good. This is rough, rugged, and raw. All right. I'm gonna give you my true opinion on what I seen on this whack ass episode 2. And I'm gonna say it was whack. Episode 1 was better than episode 2. And obviously it has to be because they have to attract you. They have to lure you in like bees to honey. You know what I'm saying? So you could be attracted, so you will want to come back and see another episode and another episode, and another episode. That's how reality TV is. That's how TV is. Period. All right. So if you're looking for some gas for your favorite celebrity, no, you're not gonna find it on the virtual view show. Okay. And again, for my subscribers, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I have to check you out. I'm going to see who you are and make sure that I subscribe to you if you have a channel because I support those who support me. All right, so let's dive in and let's get down to the business. Okay, so there's this new chick called Cardi B. It seems like she's popular in New York. I'm from New York and I never really heard of her before. Okay. She's a chick that people are going around and saying that she's like trying to bite off Cat Stack style or she's trying to be like Cat Stacks. And Cat Stacks came out first and Cardi B is saying that she's a hoe, but she's not actually a bigger hoe than Cat Stacks. What the fuck? Are you serious? Is this what we're doing in 2015? We're claiming hoe status to see who could be a bigger hoe than a hoe? Like to me, like back in the days, like in the early 90s, like fucking being a hoe was like something you never wanted anybody to know. Like that shit was not fucking cool. But it appears that the bullshit that they're putting on TV, the fucking propaganda, they're trying to make it seem like being a hoe is the shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is fucked up because you have young women, young ladies who are maybe 18, 17, even as young as 16, as young as Rich Dollaz's daughter, looking at these shows, looking up to these women and thinking, okay, this is the way that I need to act. This is the way that I need to perform. This is the way that I need to carry myself in order to get likes, in order to get love from society. But this is bullshit, man. This is not the way to go. But hey, this is TV. This is what's going on. You know what I mean? It seems like I may be old fashioned, and I'm not even old fashioned. I'm a little bit older than Cardi B. I'm not as young as she is. As far as I know, she's under 25. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit older than she is. But when I was growing up, we would never do no shit like this. But hey, this is what it is. You know, this is the style. This is the era that we're in. Okay, so let me go on with Cardi B. Cardi B, okay, there's a lot of rumors out saying that Cardi B wants to be like Cat Stacks and she's stealing her style and this, that, and the third. Cat, if you don't go and sit your whack ass down somewhere, don't nobody want to be like you. She was like the first chick who went in and got experimented on with the plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? She got like fucking breast implant butt injects or whatever the fuck she had on her back of her fucking ass. Like, I mean, come on, man. She was like the first experiment. Like she was like Frankenstein of the fucking plastic surgeries that was out. I mean, come on, man. Like, I mean, really? Like your fucking bones are showing and you got breasts and you got ass. I mean, nah, it don't go like that. If you anorexic everywhere. Like your breast is flat, your ass is flat, your ribs is showing. There's no such thing as fat growing in certain places and not other places. Like that shit is not reality. And if people are falling for this shit, man, whatever. You're not gonna like what I have to say. Okay? Cardi B, she was working at a supermarket, as far as I know. She got fired, and it was suggested to her by, I think, by the person who fired her to go across the street or walk a few blocks down and go strip. And she took that advice and she ran with it. And she figured out, okay, I'm getting like $100, $200 every week. I could go to the club and dance around some fucking lustful ass men. They could throw a few bucks at me, and by the time I counted, after all they fucking stinking ass breath and all they lustful ways was on me, hey, shit, the money that I was making in a week, I could make it in a day. And come to find out, she ran with the shit. She started stripping, and then she was doing it for about 5 years, from what I know, from what she said, and she's been living that life ever since. Okay, which led her to be on the Love and Hip Hop show. Okay, um, Cardi B, I checked out her Instagram. You know what I mean? I listened to what she had to say on 105.1. I understand where she's coming from as a young chick. You know what I'm saying? Living in New York, not really getting support from your family, not being directed in the right way, and being shown that, you know what I'm saying, that you could do a little bit much more than just stripping. I mean, you don't have to do this. You can really do a little bit more than stripping, okay? But she fell for it and it landed her on TV. So good luck to her. To be honest with you, I have no idea like why every time you see her, she's like extra animated. She's yelling out loud. I don't get that, but hey, to each his own. You know what I mean? Going back to DJ Self, which I'm gonna call him DJ Slick. He went in a club, and excuse me if I'm yo. Did I hear that the name of the club was called Club Lust? Like, are we really serious? Are we really fucking dancing in the pit of hell? Okay, so he went to Club Lust, right? That's where he meets up with his favorite girl, Cardi B. Okay. And Cardi B, he's at the bar, whatever. He's buying a drink. And he got the money out. She snatches the money from him, and she puts it in her bra. And he's like, "Yo, what you doing?" With a smile on his face, acting like a fucking simp. Okay. And he's like, "Oh, what you doing?" She was like, "Oh, you said you're gonna meet me in the VIP, and we're gonna chill, right?" He's like, "Yeah, fucking drool coming out his fucking side of his mouth and whatnot." And I guess they went to sit down, and then she does a quick like Instagram, and then the Instagram, I think it's like a 30-second video, and she's again has her tongue hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And she's doing a little video for her Instagram followers, and they're like, and then she shows like, okay, I'm doing this Instagram and I'm here chilling with my boo or whatever, and she tries to put him on the camera. He's like ducking, like covering his face. Like that shit was so fucking scripted, nigga. Are you serious? I mean, like, come on, let's really be serious here now. Let's really be serious. I mean, you're hiding from a little 30-second video, but on you're blatantly on Love and Hip Hop. Like the cameras are following you. We can clearly see that you're with Cardi B. Like her 30-second video is not gonna fucking hide what's really going on. Okay. And then he tells her, okay, like I came here and then I want you to like come with me. I came because I want you to come back to my house or whatever. So his girlfriend Yomi or Yami, whatever her fucking weird ass name is, she's coming out like, "Oh, what are you doing? What's going on? How are you feeling?" You know what I'm saying? Hold on for a second. Like, how are you feeling? What's going on? She gives the nigga a hug. He hugs her, has his grin on his face. That's some real slime ball shit. I mean, he was just talking to the next chick. You know what I'm saying? Now he's giving his chick a hug. And then she comes out and she's like, "Oh, whose ring is this?" And he's like, "I don't know. It's probably the maid's ring." And she's fucking crying crocodile tears and shit. And he's supposed to feel sorry for her. Let me tell you something. Chicks out there who's listening to my broadcast, if you ever find yourself in a position like that, never ever do what Yami did. Or whatever the fuck her fucking weird ass name is. Never ever do what that chick did. If you go to a dude's house and you find a ring or you find a fucking yeast infected underwear, don't fucking start bawling out, crying, talking about why are you doing this to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you crying? Why the fuck are you crying? This nigga is clearly playing you. And then when everything is said and done, you'll see how fucking stupid you look. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever, ever do that. For the chicks that's listening to this broadcast, if you ever go to a dude's house, and like I said, you find a dirty ass underwear, a ring, or anything that's female oriented, never ever bust out in no fucking tears, be crying over a nigga because you making yourself look crazy fucking stupid. And he's laughing at you just like what DJ Self did. He laughed at her in her face. He laughed at her right in her face, okay? And she looked at fucking ridiculous. I'm just gonna keep it real. And then she gonna talk about, oh, I'm leaving, call me a cab, like that's gonna hurt him. No, that's not gonna hurt him. He he don't give a fuck if you leave or you stay, bitch. I mean, he's gonna call Cardi B when you're out of there. That's all. He gonna have a good old time with that chick, cause she's not over there crying like she lost a fucking puppy. She's ready and she's willing, okay? And that's the kind of chick that he's going after. That's why he's confused, like Peter Gunz, and we'll get to his ass in a few moments, okay? So I think I'm about done with Cardi B. The only thing I have to say is this chick is young. And to me, she doesn't really remind me of Cat Stacks. She kind of reminds me of Tahiri, but on the little slimmer side, okay? Because I could only imagine if she gains like 50 pounds, she probably would look like Tahiri's like twin sister, perhaps, or maybe like her younger sister. Like, I really think that they resemble each other. And I was kind of surprised. I don't know why everybody's saying that she's similar to Cat Stacks because I don't see that. I really don't. Okay, so let's move on. I guess we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to your boy Peter Guns, because that's what we're looking at right now. Peter, what the fuck happens to you, homeboy? I mean, Peter has some good ass music back in the days. I think, shit, if I'm not mistaken, I think he only had a one track record that was like the shit. And then I don't know, this nigga like disappeared, and I guess he was doing what he was doing, but nobody actually saw what he's doing. As far as I know, homeboy got like fucking 9+ kids, And that's why he probably never had a chance to come out with another record because he was too busy screwing bitches. You know what I'm saying? Dropping seeds everywhere and shit, dropping nuts like squirrels everywhere. So we didn't really get a chance to hear from Peter Gunz. And when we finally do see Peter Gunz again, what is he doing? He's juggling two bitches like fucking like a clown. You know what I'm saying? And this shit is ridiculous. It's really sad to see a man who's in his 40s, probably pushing 50, who's confused as fuck. I mean, this guy, he doesn't know if he's coming or going. He got two beautiful women, okay, fighting over his fucking dried up ass. Because we all know that if you're in New York City as a man and you have a few children, trust me, you got some child support issues. Okay? And it's really sad to see that these women, their self-esteem is so fucking low that they would be fighting over Peter like this. But I really kind of don't. You know what? I can't really say I kind of don't blame Tara, because the last reunion show, it was revealed that she took Peter from somebody else. So should we really feel sorry for Tara when she played the same game that Amina played on her? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever goes around comes around. Like, that's that karma shit. But to me, the only people who looks like they're getting karma really is these women. It doesn't even look like, I mean, to be honest with you, it looks like, I mean, to be really really honest with you, it looks like Peter Gunz is not really that happy. I mean, yeah, he got a few, two chicks that he could run in and out of anytime he wants, especially if they live in the same building. You know what I'm saying? He gets to dive in two pools. You know what I'm saying? Anytime he gets dry. But Lord knows what he's going through. I mean, I could only imagine, because I know a chick, you know, who she had twins, by one guy. He owed over $100,000 in child support. So if what I'm hearing is true, that Peter Gunz has 9+ children and counting, if two children cost $100,000, let's do the math. So it doesn't sound like he's really having that much fun. And for what I've seen on TV, it doesn't look like he was really having that much fun either. You know what I mean? So let this be a lesson to all the dudes out there who's listening to this broadcast. Yeah, you could juggle two chicks, but please, if you're gonna be running in and out of chicks like that, man, you might want to check into that vasectomy. Be straight up, because kids are expensive, man. And you're not the only one who's going to be affected. Your children are going to be affected. Your credit is going to be affected. People's self-esteem is going to be affected. I mean, nobody's going to trust you because everybody's going to look at you as if you're a snake. You know what I'm saying? So just know that this is not the way to go. It really isn't. Okay. So let's go back. Let's go back. So can we really, really blame Tara for what happened? When you look at the situation here, I think not. I really don't think not. We really can't blame her. It was a time in her life where she trusted Peter. She gave her all it all. You know what I'm saying? She had children by him. As far as I know, Tara doesn't have children by anybody else. She really wanted to start a family. She put her trust in Peter. And when I saw her at the very beginning of the episodes, it looks like, she was really genuine about her shit. But unfortunately, as karma says, and it's karma's law, whatever goes around comes around, and whatever you sow, you shall reap. And unfortunately, Tara, if you did this to somebody else, look who did it to you. Amina. But see, Amina, she thought her little cute ass was gonna come on the scene, okay, and wine and dine Peter and do whatever she was doing with Peter, marry him, and everything was gonna go away. All his 9+ children was gonna go away. Tara, she was gonna go away with her children that was under the age of 10. They was gonna go away, and she was gonna live happily ever after with Peter. And unfortunately, that was not the case. Okay, that was not the case. Actually, what happened to you, homegirl, is that Tara done moved into the same building with you, which I think that's bullshit, man. New York City is not a fucking small place. For those who are listening, who's never been to New York City, New York City is not a small place, yo. There's no fucking reason why these two women should be living in the same building. That's bullshit. And anybody who falls for that is a fucking idiot, man. This shit is scripted to a degree. This shit doesn't make any fucking sense. And if these women actually fucking decided to actually seal that deal, you know what I'm saying? And decide to move into the same building because they want the children to be with their father is bullshit. That doesn't even make any fucking sense to me. Even when Tara and Amina met up by the pier and she was like, "Oh, I came over here to ask you where Peter was and shit like that." Bitch, I mean, she lives downstairs. You didn't have to meet her at the pier. You could have just walked down the steps, okay, knocked on her door and asked her. You didn't have to meet her by the pier while she was squatting. That shit didn't make any sense. That shit was fucking scripted and it was fucking whack, okay? Look, if you stay and you chill on this channel, I'm gonna give you the breakdown of Peter Gunz, okay? I know the numerology with Peter Gunz and I know it with Papoose. And it's a shame that, a lot of black people, they don't really know about science. They don't really know, they don't really dive. I mean, I know a lot of black people know about astrology and this and that, but you see, black people, which I'll go into it later. I'm not going to even go into it with this review. You don't really take the time out to really get a chance to know somebody. When black people they get with each other, it's more so on the lustful side. It's more so, okay, he looks good, she looks good, the passion is hot, let's get together and then we'll worry about it later. But if these women would have taken the time out to find out who Peter really was and what he can offer them, all these problems we wouldn't be seeing it on reality TV. I mean, all of these things could have been avoided. And after doing the science on Peter Gunz, I actually really don't blame him because it really isn't his DNA. I mean, it's not his fault. And I know that a lot of people may get upset about what I'm saying, but it really, really isn't this man's fault. It's in his DNA, it's in his karma report. I mean, this was meant to happen. I mean, seriously, it really was. Tara is playing a game. She's always been playing a game. And on the last reunion show, okay, she stole him, I guess, if you want to say it in that context, from somebody else. So this is what she does. She likes doing shit like that. This is what drives her. So when Amina came into the picture and she thought that she was going to take Peter away from her, it was like, no, bitch. No, you actually just put more coal into the fire with Tara because this is what she does. She's always done this. Okay. Um let's move on. I'm so sick and tired of talking about Amina and Tara and that fucking vicious cycle. I am so done with them. I don't even want to talk about them no more because to be honest with you, I don't feel sorry for Amina and I don't feel sorry for Tara at this point because from what I seen, it's like those two actually kind of like that. And Peter's like stuck in the middle almost. And when he was there and when Tara said that, I'm gonna fuck you anytime, you saw the look on Peter's face like he was almost shocked himself. Like, oh, really? Like, I mean, you guys are using me as a pawn? Yes, they're using Peter as a pawn. These women, if they want to get rid of Peter, they can. Tara is beautiful, so is Amina. Amina has one child by him. If she wants to go ahead and be with somebody else, she can. Tara has two kids by him. If she wants to move on, she can. I mean, these women, they really can move on, but I don't know. It's just like a competition thing with these two. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he's stuck in between. And even if it wasn't Peter, even if it was somebody else, these two, I believe, would do the same thing. Nothing is different with these two. I'm just so done with them. I don't even want to talk about them anymore. I'll probably talk about them later when I get into the science with these people. But right now, I don't even want to deal with them three. I mean, ridiculous. If you're gonna agree for your husband to move his baby mother in the building and not think that he's fucking creeping on your ass when you're fucking bleeding, bitch, you're fucking lost. Okay, let's move on. Rich Dollaz. Richie Rich. What's up with Rich Dollars? So now Richie Rich, okay, his daughter, who is 16 years old, who lives in good old Memphis, Tennessee, with her mom, who looks young as hell, okay, has now moved in with him. And I don't know why he asked his daughter on national TV if she was a virgin. Like, I don't know why they decided to put that clip on TV. Like, to me, that was private and that was really fucked up. A VH1, like, not everybody needed to know that. And I don't think that was really good. I don't think that was a wise decision. You know what I'm saying? To put her out there and to like let the whole world know that she's no longer a virgin and her fucking father is a pimp. And every time you see her father, he's with this bitch, he's with that bitch. I mean, all the women he's ever been with, I mean, not one of these women ever looked at busted. I mean, to me, not none of these women ever looked at busted. They all looked at proper. They all seemed like they had something going on for them. But for some reason along the line, he was never satisfied enough to keep it connected. So I don't really think that was right that they put his daughter out there. I think that was pretty fucked up. And I think that really the relationship that he had with Erica Mena, I think that if he would have put a little bit more effort into it, I think that could have worked. Because I remember when I was watching reality TV at that time when they was both dating, it appeared that Erica Mena was, willing to make things happen, but he just didn't want to put in the extra effort, you know. And there was a rumor going out that Erica Mena was even pregnant by him, but hey, who knows? I don't know what happens to the pregnancy. Everybody saw that she was clearly pregnant, just like Tara. Unless you're blind, you didn't see that she had a baby bump. But when you check her Instagram page, all of a sudden her belly is as flat as a fucking cardboard. Same thing with Amina. When Amina yelled and said she slapped the shit out of Peter and said, "I'm pregnant," and threw something. But then you go on her Instagram page in real time, her fucking belly again is flat as a washboard. So all that shit was game. You know what I'm saying? And then Peter's talking about how you're okay, you're no longer a virgin. You're no longer gonna wear a white wedding dress. And that he doesn't want his daughter to meet up with a creep like him. Well, what do you expect? What the fuck do you expect, Rich? I mean, every time we turn around, you're with the next bitch. You're with this bitch. You're with that bitch. I mean, you're with every kind of woman that you could think of. I mean, every nationality. Every time you turn around and you talk about you want your daughter to be protected. Really? You want your daughter to be protected. You don't want your daughter to bump into a creep like you, right? But you can go around and burn everybody else's daughters out, but you want your daughter to be protected. That's not how karma works. It don't work like that. Let's hope that your daughter would be protected. Let's hope that no creep has watched the show and saw that you're a pimp, and every time you turn around, you're with the next chick. You know what I mean? And then you announce to the world that your daughter is no longer a virgin. So let's hope that your daughter, doesn't come across a creep like you. You admitted that you was a creep. You admitted that you didn't want your daughter to meet any guy like you. So let's just hope for the best. I mean, really. Okay. Um I don't really know what else to say about Rich. I mean, he admitted that he was a creep. There was nothing more that I could say about that. You know, he admitted it. Let's just hope for the best. I mean, I don't really have nothing else to say with Rich other than he does have some dollars. He really does. Okay. Um he has a daughter who's 16. Her mom looks crazy young. She looks like she's classy. I have no idea, once again, Rich, why the hell, you know what I'm saying, you couldn't make it work with her. Like, what was wrong with her? Every time you turn around, he's with somebody else, but whatever. Pat and Rem. Rem has been through so much shit these past years that I'm not going to even go in on her the way that probably others would, or the way that I would like to, because she's been through enough stuff in her life. The only thing I could say is that I really wish Pap and Remy luck. I hope and I wish that their marriage works out. um to me, it looks like Pap is a real stand-up dude. I mean, if Remy has eyes to see and ears to hear, she should know that the man that she has is a really good dude. I mean, I don't know what he's doing behind closed doors. Even though he's on reality TV, he could be giving her hellfire for for all we know. You know what I'm saying? And in the picture that he gives society may be a picture of a prince, but behind closed doors, he may be a monster. I'm not saying that he's like that, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So we don't really, really know what's going on between these two. But I think from the shit that she's been through, I don't really have anything to say. I don't want to say anything bad about her because I think that she's been through enough. She really has. And unfortunately, during the time of her highest point in her career, when she was ready to go on stage, ready to do her thing, everybody was hot and on top, things were snatched away from her, um, because of a bad friendship, because of a person that she was connected to, who she trusted, who stole from her. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, she made a bad decision that landed her in a position of a position where she couldn't be with her husband, or she couldn't be with her son, and it's a lot of shit that went down that we have no idea. So I have nothing to say. Once again, I'm gonna be totally quiet with these two. I just wish them luck. um I hope Rem listens to her husband's advice. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, let me tell you something about Papoose. Papoose, he has knowledge, okay? And I'm not gonna even go into what he has said, but he knows about this whole entire atmosphere. So I really hope that Rem could really humble herself, calm down, and listen to her husband, and really take his advice, because I think he knows what the fuck he's talking about. And he even gave her a scenario when she came to the studio, and he was like, when she mentioned that Rah wanted to help her with the wedding, his head went down, his eyes went down, and he was like almost disappointed, like, damn. I mean, you already been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Over a bitch that you thought was your friend, and she snaked you, and then she put you in the position where you could no longer be around your family, and here you are with some new chick that he probably knows some shit about that we don't even know about, because the industry fucking talks. And he's like, yo, I mean, yo, just be careful, man. Just be easy. You know, just take your time. Just be with your family and know that, your family's gonna have your back, not these chicks who you think that just because they smile in your face, they're your friend. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that Remy really calms down and really takes her husband's advice. And he knows what he's talking about. Rah Ali, I'm not gonna really go hard on her because I like her style to a degree. I like the way she carries herself as a BB, like a big woman, because she's not slim. So I like the way she carries herself. She doesn't have her shit all out there, and she seems like she's a down ass chick to a degree. And I say that because wasn't she friends with Tahiri? You know what I mean? She and Tahiri was rolling tough for a minute. And every time Tahiri would go to her and she would complain about Joe, she was telling her, giving her advice like, oh, here it is again. You're complaining about Joe. And then, when shit fucking blew out the water, she was throwing that Joe situation in her face. But I thought she was her friend, though. You know what I'm saying? What kind of friend would do that? And that's all Pap is telling her, like, just to be cautious. And then Rem said, I didn't come out. I don't want to be walking on eggshells. I don't want to be paranoid. I don't want to think that everybody's after me. But to be honest with you, in order to survive in 2015, in order to live righteously and be protected, you have to be paranoid. You know what I'm saying? So, Rem, if you're listening to this broadcast, understand that the advice that your husband is giving you is not it's not to hurt you. It's only to help you. And I know that he hasn't been through the shit that you've been through, but he knows the industry. He knows about these fucking snakes. Take your husband's advice, all right? And be cautious. When you went down, that was during the time that was like the mid 90s. Trust me, a lot of things have changed since then. Since then, Foxy Brown was the shit. She was on top. Joe was on top. Fat Joe was on top. Big Pun was around. All these big players. I mean, times have changed. It's not the way it used to be. Take your husband's advice and chill, man. And going on with this VH1 reality TV shit, I'm very, very surprised to see that Papoose is on VH1 doing a reality TV, because back in 2012, from what I remember, which I later on will pull the clip up, okay, or show you the information where he said that he would never do a reality TV show. And to see him here in 2015 doing this, I'm sure a lot of people were shocked and surprised. Like, dude, are you serious? But I thought that you said. But it seems like Remy is the one who wants this. And I know that she wants to go back to the past and be where she was before. But understand that times have changed. People are not the same. Society is not the same. Things have changed. So what you left then is not what you're going to meet now. It's a different time. And I really believe that Papoose is doing this reality show to please his wife. And whatever she wants, he wants to be in support of that. He probably doesn't want to show that he's a hater. Again, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but they may have had arguments. And Remy is like, wait a minute, you don't want me to, like, be on stage anymore. You want me to be pregnant. You want me to be your wife. You want me to settle down. And this is not what she left society. She didn't leave society, molding herself to be a wife. She left society on stage, entertaining, chilling, popping bottles, doing this and doing that. And now that she's come out of that, now she's introduced into wife mode, into settle mode, and I know she's not used to that. And it appears to me that this is really what Remy wants and not what Papoose wants. I could be wrong, but this is what I believe. I'm going to end it here. I think I've said enough for tonight. Um, I want to thank all my subscribers. I really appreciate your support. This is a hard journey, doing YouTube videos for people that you've never met a day in your life. Um, and to hear all the hard criticism, to see all the dislikes for an opinion that is just yours is hard. So for those who are supporting me, I appreciate it. And if I've disrespected anybody, I do apologize. Again, this is my opinion. This is like a movie critic. You're on TV, and I'm just telling you what I see and what others may agree on. I mean, so if you don't like it, again, I apologize. For those who support me, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward for episode 3. But if I had to rate episode 2 from a 1 to 5, I think I'm going to have to give it a 2. I mean, it was very disappointing, again, to see that Tara and Amina is still fighting over Peter after all the fucking proof. I mean, for her to go and meet Tara at the pier and ask her if Peter is still sleeping with you is fucking ridiculous. And at this stage, I mean, the whole fucking world knows. What more proof do you fucking want? You're still asking her that? I mean, come on. Rich Dollaz, your daughter is 16 years old. Before you blink your eyes, she'll be as old as the chicks that you've been using, running through. I hope this is a wake up call for Rich Dollaz to calm the fuck down, to start treating women with respect, and know that when a woman lets you into her heart, it's not to be played with. To respect a woman who lets you in, and just imagine if that was your daughter, how would you want somebody to treat your daughter? You know what I'm saying? And what's up with Rah Ali? I didn't get a chance to mention this, but I don't know if anybody peeped the fact that um Rah Ali, yeah, she was supposed to be getting married, but is there a reason why she's no longer wearing her ring? But anyway, I read on the blogs that she's actually married, and she's living in this mansion, and she got this big willy life. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but to me, I'm like, where the fuck is your ring? You know what I'm saying? And then when Remy, she pulled out and she showed her ring, even though Rah Ali tried to make it seem, she gave her the smile and the bright eyes, and she tried to act as if she was in support, I still saw envy and jealousy. I don't know, maybe I'm reading into it, but that's what I saw. So we're going to end this broadcast. And I'm looking forward for episode 3, hoping that it will be better than episode 2. All right. So Have a good night, everybody. And thank you for joining me on this broadcast. I look forward for the next one. Good night.